G'day all, Explosive Action here, doing a competition entry for CarryTheZero1980, who is a fantastic subscriber and a fantastic YouTuber, and he needs more of his own subscribers. Currently at 131, I think, and we can do better than that, guys. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and if you subscribe by June 30, you can enter this competition. Now, the question for the competition was, what is a movie that you originally watched a while ago and didn't care for, and then recently gave a second chance to, and you still didn't like it? Now, I struggled with this a bit because once I've seen a movie and I don't like it, I rarely give it a second chance, and I forget about it. Sometimes I sell the DVD on if I owned it, and that's it, I've forgotten about it. And unless you prod me specifically with a name, I will not remember. And that was the case here. I couldn't think of something like that until today, basically, when I gave a second chance to Dario Argento's Mother of Tears. I never owned the DVD, but I saw it when it came out a few years ago, and I didn't think much of it at the time. It was pretty disjointed. Some of the gore was pretty decent, especially the first scene with the teeth pulling. I thought was pretty good. The end scene is pretty hilarious, I'll give it that. But the plot and the fact that Asia pulls this face the entire 100 minutes of the plot, and just so many of the scenes were just random and chucked together. It literally seemed that there was just, a scene, then people walking to get to the next scene, and then people walking to get to the next scene. And it just didn't flow. I thought it was pretty average. The acting was generally quite bad. A few really stupid ideas going on. So I don't agree with it being an instant cult classic. There was nothing instant about it for me. Quite like Claudio Simonetti's score, which he performed with Demonia, basically the metal cover band of Goblin stuff, but they made a new song. Roped in Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth to do his banshee screams as usual. I thought that was pretty decent. That's over the end credits. But yeah, I think the real problem I had with this was the acting. It's an Italian horror, so you can usually excuse some of the acting, especially Dario Argento's later stuff. But I thought it was pretty damn average this time. Especially the mother, she was awful. Thankfully, she's not in it that much. So look, it's got a few good scenes, but my opinion's pretty much the same as when I first watched it. Whenever it was 3 years ago, and then when I finished watching it, over 2 days it took me to get through it. What was it? 3 days ago and this morning to finish it off. It's still the same. I'm pretty disappointed in it. I'm sure I'll watch it again at some point, but I can't imagine that I'm going to think much more of it. So that's my entry. Mother of Tears. Not Asia's best. I think Stendhal Syndrome's a far better movie for her, and certainly not Dario's best. He did about 3 or 4 in a row that were all pretty average. Phantom of the Opera. Whee! That's a beautiful movie. Sarcasm. Now, message to CarryTheZero1980. If I do happen to win this competition, thank you very much, but I already have all of the DVDs in your prizes, so please, if I happen to win, do a second chance draw and give them to somebody else, because I don't need doubles, and yeah, it would be good that they would go to a home of somebody that doesn't have them. So yeah, if I happen to win, please feel free to do a second draw. So that's my entry, Mother of Tears. Not the best movie ever made, not the worst, but yeah, pretty disappointing.